Mute. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh gosh. All right, can you see me? I tried to text you guys and my phone just like died. It's not even out of power. It just keeps automatic like it's like a car that stalls. It just like turns off for fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if I can see the yeah. Okay. How you guys feeling today?
Good.
Good.
If I stop at like 10:30, I also have to get to the viewing. So if I stop at like 10:30,
Okay.
I
Sorry, is it a friend?
you know the Corbett's from Merchantville? Remember the Corbett's? Your
I know the
parents would,
name, but
yeah,
I
your parents. Eddie. He had he's my sister Mary Kay's age. He had a really bad bout of COVID the first time. And then he got it again. And they think what happened was the COVID had done so much damage to his heart. He was
yeah.
home. He was home, but yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
so
like
sad. I'm sorry.
58 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. Too young. Too young. Man. Sulena, how was your sun salutations? You have any energy left? You gonna be all right? Or you feel motivated? I can't even imagine.
Unmute her. Did she really do 58? She's on mute.
You're still muted. Yeah, she can unmute herself. There we go.
It was 54.
Yeah.
Oh my God. In a row?
Well, yeah, and they kind of trick you a little bit. They don't tell you how many you did, but they did give us a little intermission. But the intermission was really just a stretch to, go through the rest of them. But
Okay.
it was a diverse class.
Wow.
Nice.
God
Yeah.
love you.
108 is a very auspicious number in, Hindu and yoga philosophy. And so there's 108 beads. And then, usually they'll do things super powerful type kind of ceremony they'll try and do in like 108, you know. So,
Like what?
huh?
Like what? What do they do besides sunset?
Like they would chant 108 times in a row, say 108 of a prayer, you know what I mean? Like anything that,
Yeah.
doing it in like that, that's supposed to be really powerful number.
Cool.
But you'll see like a lot of times yoga studios will charge like $108. I'm like, really?
That kind
Really
of defeats the whole purpose of it,
funny.
right?
Shall I use that number? All right.
It was only 12 bucks. This time was 12 bucks.
Oh man. All right.
Let me mute myself.
Going. Yeah. So actually, Sulina, I was thinking maybe we can try and set ourselves up for moon salutation since you've already done so many sun salutations. So I'm going to try for it, see how it goes. I'm like, I can do it myself, but I'm awkward explaining it because I'm not as familiar with the moon salutation and, it kind of flows. So prepare for awkward. Let's get going now. I'm going to set myself up with a little support under the knees. Feel free to do the same. Pull any flesh out from under you. Really try and draw those sit bones out. Resting hands on the knees. Slowing the breath down. Slowing the mind. Soft in the shoulders, belly, hips. Noticing all the places of the body that are in contact with another part, the floor, the props, the space. Sitting up tall with heart lifting, shoulders drawing open, throat gently opening, like a plant reaching for the sun. Evening out the breath, trying to make the inhale the same length as the exhale. Nice and full in the inhale, opening the whole front body, belly, ribs, chest, heart center, collarbones. As we allow the hips to gently fall open, grounding deeper into our seat, into the earth, into our stability. And really exhale into that, pressing out any of that stale air and energy, cleansing, strengthening, and allowing that softness as you fill up on the inhale. And if eyes are closed, you can gently open the eyes, gaze out front, releasing the hands to the sides. Let's press fingertips into the mat, just a couple inches from the body, just pressing in, lifting the heart. Deep inhale, exhale, again, pressing that energy into the mat. And again, opening the heart, allowing yourself to be on fingertips, and exhale, really pressing in, squeezing that breath out. One more. Let's inhale, arms overhead, palms together, gaze up if it's comfortable. Exhale, hands to heart. Out and up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. And again. Holding hands at heart. Connecting with heart center. Feeling the heartbeat behind the thumbs. And we'll release hands. Can extend the legs out long. Give them a gentle wiggle. Maybe rocking, massage if you like, particularly around the joints. And we'll leave legs out. Just work gently into the ankles. So check in if you need to reset your sit bones, pull anything out there. And then you can use blocks or you can use fingertips gently resting on the floor for support. And we'll point and flex the feet. And then side to side. And some nice big circles. One way. Pop, pop, pop. And the other way. Come into center. Rock across the heels gently and pause. Hit stillness. Now we're going to curl the toes. So squeeze them, curl them up, and then we'll spread them out. Open up that foot. Squeeze. And open. Really try and spread those toes. One more. Nice big squeeze. And open. And you can give the toes a wiggle. And we're going to come back cross-legged. You can switch the cross if you can remember. If not, no biggie. Again, find that seat. Sitting up nice and tall. You can, just depending on the comfort in your shoulders, you could always, if we're doing something with arms overhead, use a towel, or if this is even just a scarf that I'm wearing, and work as we work side to side. But if it's comfortable, you can interlace the fingers. But sometimes that may be, again, too close. So interlace the fingers if it's comfortable, arms overhead. Deep breath in, exhale to the right. Breathing here, reground in that left sit bone, open along that side, actively engaging the muscles on the right side of the abdomen. So we're squeezing and drawing it in. Last breath, stay long in that spine. Inhale up. Reach up through the wrists. Exhale, opposite side. Again, cinching in the abs on the side there on the left. Grounding in that right sit bone. And nice full breath. Try not to allow yourself to, compress in the side spine to the side that we're going to. Still try and keep that length, space. Inhale up. Reach up through the wrists. We're going to take a few breaths here. Soften the shoulders. Strengthening the arms. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, twisting right. Just keeping arms overhead. One more breath. Really twist it in. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Twisting. Staying soft in those hips, heavy legs, tall on the sit bones. And work it. Inhale, center. Reach up, gentle arch back if you like. And then allowing hands to come forward and back down into the lap. Turning palms to face up. We'll bring left palm on top of right, resting in the lap, softening shoulders back. Take a couple of breaths here. Reset the torso. Filling spaces with breath, centering that spine. Leveling out the pelvis. And we'll release hands to the sides. Can switch the cross of your legs. If you want to take a moment with legs out to give a wiggle, go ahead. I won't stop you. And then you can switch. You can always, again, use support as well, under the hips, knees. I'm sitting on a little blanket. Why not? So find that seat. Grounding evenly in the sit bones. And let's just roll shoulders up, back and down. Squeeze them up to the ears. Back and down. And again. And forwards. Up, forward, and down. And then allow shoulders to rest in stillness, gently dropping down. Strong, tall spine, reaching up through the neck and the crown of the head. We're going to inhale, arms overhead, shoulder distance. Exhale, twisting right. Left hand outside the right knee, right hand behind you. You can come on to fingertips or use a block or even plant the hand if it's available for you. Use each breath to work in. You don't have to get all the way there on the first breath. It's part of the enjoyment of it, that feeling, the transitions, making change, softening in that left shoulder, drawing it open. Again, centering in those sit bones, centering the weight between left and right side, tall in the spine, and drawing the gaze over that shoulder. We're going to stay twisted here. Keep hand on the outside of the knee. Inhale, right arm overhead. Exhale, gentle side bend over that left thigh. Pressing knee into the left hand as the hand cups around, using it for support. Full breath as we're rolling that heart open to the sky, softening the shoulder, reaching out through the arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, torso back to center. Bring hand to the opposite knee. Turn palms to face up. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold in, allow the elbows to bend, and allow the hands to come out over the sides of the thighs. Breathing into that upper back. Softening in the shoulders and around the neck. And allowing head to hang if it's comfortable. Inhale, lift. Release hands behind you. Fingers pointing towards the bum if it's comfortable, otherwise out to the side, maybe a good 8 inches behind you. Sitting back on the hands. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Roll shoulders open in the front. Inhale, big opening. And exhaling back to center. Find your seat. Maybe those shoulders out gently. Inhale, tall. Exhale. We're going to do neck circle to the right. Just a few times around. And the other way. Connect with that breath. Coming back to neutral spine, head at center. Opposite side. So on an inhale, arms overhead, shoulder distance. Exhale, twisting to the left, right hand outside of the left knee, left hand behind you. Can you be on block, fingertips, or eventually heel the hand on the floor? Find the centering in the sit bones. Build from there. Tip of the tailbone up the spine, nice and tall. Breathing length, exhale, twisting, bringing that spine out gently, bit by bit. Moving a little deeper, a little further up the spine. Inhale, we'll keep the twist, left arm overhead. Exhale, side bend over the right thigh. Pressing left knee into the hand to help keep that resistance, lengthening out through that right arm. Dropping that shoulder open. Rolling hard up to the sky. Softening in that left shoulder and then reaching out through the arm all the way through the fingertips. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twisting back to a neutral spine as we bring hand to opposite knee. Inhale, tall. Exhale, flip the hands over. And we're going to fold in. Bending at the elbows, walking the hands out over that side of the thighs. As we fold in. Breathing deep into that upper back. And eventually, as it's comfortable, allowing that head to hang. Inhale, lifting up. Releasing hands behind us. Exhale, hands into position for heart opener. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift that heart. Uh-oh, losing my microphone. Exhale back to center. Nice. Should put a ponytail under it. All right, you can extend the legs out and give them a gentle rock, bounce, wiggle the toes. And we'll come around to all fours. So take your time. Shift your stuff. If you want to put a blanket under the knees or a cushion, something like that, do so. And we'll come towards the top of the mat. So if you're setting up, hands at the top of the mat, shoulder distance apart, fingers spread nice and wide, and really pad into those hands. Spread that weight all throughout. Fingers pressing in back of the knuckles. And again, walking into those knees as well, finding that sweet spot. Knees underneath the hip pointers. Feet, shouldn't be able to see them, so shins are straight back behind us, best we can tell. Finding center there, and let's just take a few breaths in tabletop. Gently pressing feet into the mat, strengthening through the arms and thighs. Engaging in that low belly, low ribs, and breathing here. Long through the back of the neck. And let's inhale here. Exhale, we're going to roll the hips right. Look over the right shoulder. Try and see the right hips. Cinching that right side. Inhale back to center. Lengthen out in table. Exhale. Roll the hips left. Look over the left shoulder. Trying to see the hips. So we're squeezing that one side together as we're opening in the opposite side. Inhale, center. Reset in table. Exhale. Roll it right. Try and keep the thighs up tall. A lot of times we have the tendency to kind of throw them out to the side. We want to stay kind of stationary in those thighs and roll from the hips. Last one. Whichever side. Inhale to center. Exhale, you can gently wag the hips. And we'll work into some figure 8 with the hips. Coming back to center. Shift the weight forward and we're going to figure 8 with the shoulders. You can do it both ways if you want. Coming back to center. Let's inhale through cow. Tail up, belly drops, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Gazing out past the knees. Inhale forward, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale through cow. Exhale, down dog. Inhale forward, shoulders over the wrists. And exhale, lower. One more. Pausing on all fours. If you want to use the blocks, you can kind of bring them closer to the hands for you to grab. And we're going to try and step our right foot in between the hands. Knee is at 90 degrees, best you can tell. I'm going to start in kneeling warrior. So if you want to use the blocks, you could always use them to kind of help you come up, adjust so that torso is over top of that thigh. And then inhaling, hands to knee first maybe, hands to heart. Eventually you could have arms overhead, either shoulder distance or palms touching. Try and scissor those hips in. So This right hip is rolling back and around, and the left hip is rolling around and forward and in. So they kind of lock into each other a little. We're going to exhale, hands to the mat. Fingertips, you might need to move the blocks if you got them there. Fingertips on either side of the foot. Tuck your back toes under. Standing runner stretch. Can come on the fingertips, nice and tall. Lift the heart, gazing out front. If it's comfortable, strengthen into that back leg. And then press through the heel. Thigh is lifting up, away from the ground. And we'll drop the knee back there. You can come onto the top of the foot. And we're going to come into a kneeling lunge. If you want to use the blocks again, you can. The knee can go past 90 degrees. And it just can't go past the toes. So get yourself set. Again, get those hips scissored in for strengthening and balance there. Press through the top of the foot. When you're ready, you can have hands at heart. You could sweep arms overhead to get that nice arching movement. And now I'm going to even interlace the fingers and press pointers together and up, kind of steeple pose. Give myself a little more stability in that way. Exhale, hinge over that front thigh. We're going to bring fingertips there, or you can bring hands to the blocks to walk yourself back. Rolling onto the heel of the right foot, toes draw up to the sky. Try and keep your left thigh perpendicular to the mat. Take a nice heart opener, again, either on the blocks or fingertips. Gaze up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, belly and chest towards the leg. Gaze towards the big toe, and then eventually it's nose to knee or chin to shin. Exhale, and inhale, look up. Walk ourselves forward. Plant hands on either side of the foot and tuck your back toes under. Step it back to downward facing dog. If you want to pedal the feet or wag the hips side to side, you can. Pause at center, take a breath there. And come on to the balls of the feet. Bring these down. Starting position. Tabletop. Walk into your hands a little bit. Walk into those knees. And set yourself in your tabletop position. Pressing through the backs of the knuckles, strengthening up through the arms. Gently engaging those low ribs and in the belly. Tucking the tail so that the tailbone's going straight out behind us. Pressing gently through the tops of the feet. Just having that to set back in when we're on all fours. Step left foot in between the hands. And again, we're going to come into kneeling warrior. So blocks or no blocks. Scissor those hips in. So that right hip's going to roll around and in forward. Left is going to roll back and kind of lock in. So they're both coming in to center. Knees at 90 degrees, best you can tell. Find your center here. Torso, light and lifted. Hands can be on knees, at heart, overhead, either shoulder distance or together. Just try and keep those shoulders soft. Strengthening, pressing into the top of the foot, shin on the right side. So all the pressure doesn't go just in the knee. Allow that weight to distribute out. Exhale, fold over that front thigh, fingertips on either side of the foot. We're going to come into standing runner stretch, tucking the back toes. Pressing back through that heel, get yourself a good length there. Front knee is still at 90 degrees. Fingertips, lift the heart, gaze it up. Engage in that back thigh, lifting up away from the ground, pressing out through the heel, pressing through that front knee at the same time. And making your little adjustments as you strengthen into this pose and soften. Exhale. We're going to bring right knee back down to the mat. And again, we'll walk it back. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We did the lunge first. So lunging into that front knee. Just make sure the knee doesn't go over the toes. Again, reset the hips. So we're rolling that right hip around and under. Left hip draws back and in. And when you're ready, again, you could keep hands on the blocks. You could bring hands to heart. You could sweep them overhead. Kneeling lunge. Again, I'm going to use interlaced fingers. Steeple pose with the pointers up. Exhale, fold. Frame the foot. And we're going to come back onto that left heel, toes draw up. As we walk the hands back, try and keep that back knee perpendicular, or back thigh, perpendicular. So I'm going to scoot that front heel forward a little bit. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, fold it in, gazing to the big toe. We work belly and chest towards the leg. Eventually, once you're working nose to knee, you can bring the gaze towards the knee. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine, walk it forward onto the sole of the foot. Plant the hands either side of the foot, tuck the back toes, and we're going to step back to downward facing dog. Walk into a comfortable distance there, hands and feet from each other. I'm going to just take a few breaths here. Exhale fully. Come on the balls of the feet, look between the hands and step up. Feet hips distance. And inhale, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold it in. And we'll hold here in this fold. Take a few deep breaths. Set your feet. Notice how you're grounding in. Try and even it out. Both feet. Soft toes. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up. Arms overhead, reaching up and open. Nice big release. And we're standing. I'm not sure how, ooh, I just can't tell. Might have to turn this up a little. Okay. And let me just check the time. All right. So we'll try and do this moon salutation. Let's see how this goes. So you may have to adjust where your screen is or your mat. We want to be using kind of the long side. So really exactly how I'm doing it, you'll be in the middle of your mat, facing the long side of your mat, if that makes sense. So if you need to adjust, make that little adjustment quickly. And if you don't need to adjust, you can just stretch out a little. All right. Everyone good? Okay, cool. So from the long side of your mat, at center, you can have feet hips distance or feet exactly together. I'm going to scoop mine together just for this. Okay. Grounding in here, tall and strong. I'm going to inhale, arms overhead, palms touch. Next inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, step out to star. Feet nice and wide. Toes pointing out to the side. Arms open, palms open. Press it forward with the pelvis and heart. Big breath in. Exhale into goddess. So arms at 90 degrees shoulder height. Bend the elbows to 90 degrees, palms facing in. Toes out to the side as we sink bum and hips towards the mat. Straighten up through star. We're going to bring our left arm, to the side. Turn our left foot so that the heel's out towards the back of the mat. Toes are in. Coming into triangle. So inhale, arms out in a T. Exhale, triangle on the right. Opening up nice and tall and long through the arms. Exhale, we're going to bring that left arm down. Align the torso over the front leg into pyramid pose. So you may need to turn the heel out a little more to make it accessible, or even coming onto the ball of the foot. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. And we're going to come into kind of standing runner stretch or lunge here. So you can step it out a little further because we can lunge in. And then we're going to work knee to the ground. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart. And we're going to try and spin again. So our hips are open to the long side of the mat. We're on the ball of the foot. And you can turn the foot in if it's comfortable. If not, you can have the heel up. And then we're going to bring hands to the mat. And we'll walk feet in, coming into a squat. Feet should still be wide, wider than hips distance. Dropping the bum. And then we'll bring hands down just to walk that right foot out. Dropping down into our side stretch. Spinning towards what would be the back of the mat, coming into our kneeling lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. And we're doing an assisted lunge here. From here, we're going to go to pyramid. So I'm going to just jump the back foot up a little. Turn the hips so they're over that front leg, left leg, and folding. To triangle. So turning torso to open to the front side of the mat. Inhale, lift the arm up. And coming to stand, star pose, into goddess, coming out through star, arms to the sides, we'll walk feet in, starting position, inhale, arms up, exhale, right, inhale up, and exhale, lift. Inhale up, and exhale, hands to heart. All right, let's try another. Why not? Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lean right. Inhale up. Exhale up. Inhale up. Exhale, off to start. Inhale here. Toes out. Exhale, goddess. Inhale through star. Turn your back foot. Keep arms on the T. 45-degree angle. Hips are open long side. Inhale here. Exhale, lean in, triangle pose. Inhale, arms to the side. Turn that foot in, turn torso over our front leg. Look up and exhale, fold. Coming into lunge on the ball of the back foot. Exhale, knee to the ground, top of the foot. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to turn our stretch open to the long side of the mat. Hands to the mat, walk it in, squat. Hands to the mat, walk it out. And sink in. Turn, facing back of the mat. Rotate on those feet. Bring your right knee down. And we're lunging with an inhale, arms overhead. Opening that heart. Exhale, hands to the mat, either side of the foot. Come on to the ball of the back foot, lunging with a lift. And then we'll come to pyramid. I'm going to jump that back foot up. Turn the hips so they face the back of the mat. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold it in. Turning torso back open to the long side of the mat. Coming on the fingertips. Inhale, opening. Right arm up to the sky. Exhale, and then we'll come up. Turn, feet out, star. Exhale, goddess. Coming up through. Arms to the sides, we'll bring feet in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale up. And hands to heart. All right, one more. Why not? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. Exhale, arms out. Step out to start. Inhale, heart open. Exhale to goddess. Inhale, straightening legs. Arms to the sides for a moment if you like, or you can keep them out. Coming into triangle. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, twisting torso, switching the foot, and aligning torso over the front of the thigh. Inhaling, lift, and exhale, fold. Step in that back foot back, come on the ball of the foot, even scooting the front foot up into lunge. Kneeling lunge. Bring that back knee down. Inhale, lift that heart. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat. And we're going to spin to the open side of the mat. Hands to heart if it's comfortable. Hands to the mat. Walking feet in towards center. Nice and wide, sitting into a squat. Hands to the mat. We'll step it out. Left foot out to the side towards the back of the mat. And then lunging in, side lunge. Spinning to the back of the mat on the ball of that left foot. Bring right knee down. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Hands to the floor, either side of the foot. Tuck your back toes. Pyramid pose. Stepping that back foot up a touch. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, look up. Opening torso to the long side of the mat. Triangle. Exhale, draw it up. Toes out. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale through star. Arms out and down as we come in. Heel toe, heel toe. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. Just going to check the time. I think we're going to have to come down to cool it down. Lise, it's 10:30 if you got to go. We're going to come down and cool it down. All right, so you guys can come onto the mat. Just take your time sitting down and then laying down. And we'll keep feet in the mat. Let the back get nice and heavy. Knees are bent. Let's just windshield wiper knees side to side. Let's bring knees in towards the chest, close together. And we'll bring hands on the knees and we're going to work the knees around in some circles. So we're kind of rocking around on the sacral region on the floor. So if you need to make any adjustments, or if that just plain doesn't feel good, don't do it. And opposite direction. And then bring knees in. We'll go for happy baby. With knees in, bring feet, bottoms of the feet towards the ceilings. You can grab outside edges of the feet, drawing them out and down. You can grab yoga toe lock on the big toes if you like, which is peace fingers and thumb grabbing. Try and relax the shoulders towards the mat and drawing those knees in and down towards the mat. Nice big breath into the belly. Helps kind of massage and gently open that hip area. It's like a gentle coaxing. And we'll gently release. Feet to the mat. Arms out to the side. Bring both feet to center. And then we're going to cross legs. Right thigh over the left. Inhale here. Exhale. Allow the legs to come over left. And allow right arm to come up to 1 o'clock, I guess you would say. And you can gaze right. Keep the legs twisted and we'll bring them across to the other side. Then you can bring left arm up 11 o'clock and look left. Inhaling back to center. Readjust those shoulders. We'll gently undo the legs. Reset your sacrum, hips. Bring feet to center together and then left thigh over the right. Inhale here, exhale right. Left arm can go up to 11 o'clock. Can gaze left. Exhale, and we'll inhale center. Exhale left. Bring right arm up, 1 o'clock. Gaze over the right if you like. Inhale center. And exhale, release. Reset your sacrum. And we'll bring the knees in, give yourself a squeeze. If you want to rock across the low back and hips gently, you can. And then let's bring feet to the mat and you can come into final rest. So whether that's keeping knees bent and allowing them to rest against each other in active resting with the feet out wide, or coming into Shavasana with legs out long, feet a little further than hips distance apart, feet flopping out to the sides. And maybe you'd like to do reclining goddess and bring bottoms of the feet together, drawing the heels up towards the perineum a little bit, allowing knees to fall out to the side. Resting here and allowing yourself to be supported by the floor beneath you. And softening into that. So let's slowly start coming back to the room. Deepening the breath, gently awakening. Bring little movements and stretches into the body. Take your time, and when you're ready, you can roll to your right side in a fetal position. And then pressing up to seated. Whoops. And finding comfortable seated position to close out the practice. I'm going to get back on my blankie. Centering here. And let's bring hands behind the back, and you can interlace the fingers or grab the right wrist with the left hand, resting it on the small of the back. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, bowing in, locking in the practice. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Hands to heart center. Prayer pose. And I thank you for practicing this morning. Namaste. Have a great weekend, everyone, and great week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.